We will cover up 3 myths, from best training practice for aim, assigning roles to operators, and we'll touch a topic how do people get bad habits. Subtitles are available. First, let's talk about the best training practice for aim, or in general, best practice for anything. Short answer, there is none. Sorry. Long answer, learning how to aim is, after all, a learning process. Very much same as anything you do to learn something in your real life. What does this mean? If A thing works for A person, that doesn't mean A thing works for B person. If I'm studying a subject for 3 hours a day and I'm getting straight A's, that doesn't mean you will get straight A's if you study the same thing for 3 hours a day. Different people have different routines, and to get a routine, it is all about you. However, very similar to the sensitivity, a good guideline to make your routine is to check how multiple people train, and with these ideas, make your own routine and see if it works. Basically, the all videos that have title "The Best in Practice" or very similar to that are pretty much just clickbaitish, because the aim is probably the most hottest area in the siege and overall in any FPS game. And according to the numbers of views, these videos like godlike aim practice, the best hunt practice method, and any other stupid stuff are most visited videos. The only way to make these videos work is to make something unique in it. Something different because obviously the other methods you tried mostly didn't work for you. Therefore, you will see something different and try it. And again, as I said, this routine could possibly work for some people, therefore they will recommend it to even more people. But bottom of the line is, there is no best aim practice. If you see a video with a title, you probably won't see anything clever in it. Here are some examples that are yet to be put in these videos. Throw your drone in the air and track it as smooth as possible. I don't think I see that in the YouTube. It's probably going to come in the meantime. Or another one. Take Maverick and blowtorch some holes and flick between them. Again, I'm just pointing out, this routine could help individual people, but won't work for the majority. The goal for your practice, whenever you practice, even in the real life, is to make sure that during the practice you're mostly relying on that stuff. If you want to flick, play something like T-Hand on Bomb, plant the diffuser and go to a place where terrorists will come and simply practice it. Again, this is not the best method to do, this is a method to do to practice your flicking skills. Moving on, a question for you guys, what do you think? Is Jager an anchor or a roamer? Is Mira an anchor or a roamer? Well, if you answer this question with either of these 2 answers, that means you have been influenced badly by other people. Jager is not a roamer. Jager is not an anchor. Mira is not an anchor, nor she's a roamer. These operators can be anchors or roamers, depending on the threat. Correct answer will be Jager is usually a roamer and Mira is usually an anchor. Most, if not all the operators in the siege can be played with all roles. Let's give an example of Thatcher. He's a support, right? Nope, wrong. Once he uses all his 3 EMPs, he's definitely someone that is favored to be traded. If EMPs are not as required, he ain't a support. Roles depend on the team's strats. Sure, rank lacks of the strats, but you cannot say that Thatcher is a support operator, because that's simply wrong. Why is this important? Because in your rank gameplay, when you play an operator, you're like, I'm Thatcher, therefore I will stay back and I will be support. Or pulse. You gotta be on the side. I mean, just on the recent ESL strat, I have been using pulse in the bottom freezer of Cafe. Room next objective, and he definitely was an anchor. Whenever you mention someone pulse, you probably think of vertical C4s, right? And that's the issue. That is just situational thing. Last but not least, bad habits. We have kinda already touched the topic of bad habits, like assigning specific roles to a specific operator, but I wanted to touch the same but different kind of topic. I have realized that during my round review that I have published 4 so far, how people are actually building bad habits. Let's go really to the basics. But this really applies to everyone, and I will give you an example, or even higher ranks. In lower ranks, how many times did you win a round by not even trying to contest the vertical control as an attacker? That means that you were not roam clearing. In lower ranks, that's probably a way bigger number. Does it work? Most likely, because defenders cannot abuse the verticality on you. Since it works, you're most likely just ignoring the vertical pressure as a taker as much as possible. Like, who of you will push admin or console roamers if you're taking garage and cafeteria and consulate, right? Most likely, you'll just get into the piano, open holes, and hopefully not be picked off from an angle. Does it work? Probably yeah. So what happened next is that you got promoted to a better rank, let's say 3 to 4 bigger ranks. But you keep doing that piano take. However, it doesn't work anymore. It's like 50-50. Sure, let's say that you got even promoted a bit more. You're in a platinum, and oops, you're constantly being denied. You're trying to find the reason, blaming your teammates, but it's actually all your fault or your team's fault. This thing can apply for higher ranks. How often do you play vertically as a defender on maps like Cafe Dostoyevsky, Clubhouse when defending CC, and similar maps? The number is not high, trust me. Also, when I reviewed a game on Outback defending Nature and Bushranger, the whole setup on their side was bad. So my question is, do you even know how to play at least 3 out of 4 objectives in every single map in the ranked? Or are you just copycatting another person that possibly have bad habits as well? Example, how much of your opening vaults from piano to lungeon on Outback? Did you even know that it should be opened? Keep in mind that this is actually the main site to defend on the map, and if your answer was that you didn't know, or that you were reinforcing that wall, well, there's a huge possibility that on the other similar ranked maps but non-ESL maps, you have bad habits. The issue with these bad habits is that it's very hard to see these bad habits yourself, especially if you're not as dedicated to the game as I am. Sadly, I wanted to make this video shorter. I could talk more about each subject. Let me know down in the comment section below if you would like to see a specific video for a specific topic in this. However, I think I have kept you enough for this video, and I have given you a few more thoughts to think of. I know that these topics are probably something that will most likely take a bit time to actually understand them, but I just wanted to debug these 3 topics for good. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any feedback, let me know down in the comment section below. If you would like to support me, drop me a like, subscribe and click the notification bell not to miss any video from my channel. Make sure to join my Discord server and to follow me on Twitter.